People have said there is not a basis for that. Fine, there's not a basis for it. I don't care. They can come here. Why not? It's so weird that this is the one group of immigrants that people are exercising themselves about, that there's some problem with this. What is the problem? I don't get. The problem is just that other immigrants are not being let into. That is the extent of the problem.
The problem.
Okay, well, the Afghan refugees program I would keep, as I said yesterday. The others, I would do it on a case-by-case basis. But it's not about, I mean, the MAGA view of immigration or refugees or humanitarian is that it's not our problem to fix everything in the world or to invite all of the dispossessed, unwashed masses to come to America, to be much choosier about who gets to live here. And it's fine if this small, it was like, it's a couple dozen people, right? It's not a lot of people.
Your point, your question is, what is the problem? Yeah. The problem is discrimination. The problem is that there were about 12,000 people. There were 12,000 people who had already qualified for refugee status, who got shut down by Trump for no good reason. And the one exception he makes is a group of people descended from the group that drove apartheid in South Africa.
We're all descended
against black
from
people.
Somebody.
The point is, Robbie, that these are the accusation that white people in South Africa face a genocide is absurd. White people in South Africa are much more wealthy on average than black South Africans. The vast bulk of farmland in South Africa continues to be owned by white people. This Expropriations Act that Elon Musk is all in a twist about has not so far led to any land being expropriated at all and is subject to judicial review. And you set that against the really horrendous suffering that people in all other parts of the world, lots of places around the world suffer, and they're not let in, but Afrikaners are.
But we're not admitting them, or I'm not admitting them because they're suffering or not suffering, but admitting them because they are wealthy. We want wealthy people to move to America. Wealthy people are not going to be are not going to contribute to crime problems or social disorder, or be net takers from the welfare state. So it's fine for them to come here. That is the reason for immigration. You said it's discriminatory. You said there's no basis for denying or changing that. Well, how do you know that? I mean, what if they reviewed the policy?
Passed.
Right, but they have the Trump administration has a different set of priorities.
Yeah, white people
get to come here. Not white people. People who are wealthy, small number of immigrants are not going to negatively impact the country at all. Their view of some of these refugee programs is that they don't want to overwhelm small towns or America, or flood the welfare system or the healthcare system, or contribute to some underlying social disorder. That's the Trump administration view.
The United States, under Republican and Democratic past presidents, has made the argument, or has held the belief, which is a true and valuable belief, that a relatively small number of people should be given refugee status in advance and be allowed to come to this country. This is different from people showing up on the southern or any other border and claiming asylum. This is people who apply to acquire the status of refugees from outside the country and are then admitted into the United States. The issue here is not assimilation. The issue is there genuine suffering on the people who are seeking refuge in America? There isn't any significant suffering on the part of Afrikaners. There is immense suffering on the part of people who have already come here and been thankfully given refuge, and there is suffering on the part of people who have been applied and cleared for that purpose. And those people are being blocked, and the idea that that's okay because some of them are poorer than these Afrikaners, I think is frankly an immoral belief.
All right, we disagree very strongly on this one.
Up next, Suge Knight makes a shocking prediction from prison, saying Trump could pardon Sean Diddy Combs if Combs is convicted. Stay with us.